trail about 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep last.
Bob Weir, co-founder and legendary rhythm guitarist of the Grateful Dead, has passed away at the age of 78. And while Jerry Garcia may have been the face of the band, Bob Weir was the glue that held it all together for over 60 years. From the acid tests of 1960s San Francisco to sold-out shows at the Sphere in Las Vegas, Weir never stopped playing. This is the story of the man who kept the dead alive. Bob Weir was just 16 years old when he joined the jug band that would eventually become the Grateful Dead. He met Jerry Garcia on New Year's Eve, 1963, at a music shop in Palo Alto, where Garcia taught guitar. It was the beginning of one of the most legendary partnerships in rock history. The Dead became the house band of Ken Kesey's acid tests, wild parties in 1960s San Francisco, where a generation discovered LSD and blew open their minds. They lived together in a Victorian house on Haight-Ashbury. They played Monterey Pop. They played Woodstock. They became the soundtrack of the counterculture. But here's the thing about Bob Weir. While everyone was looking at Garcia, Weir was the one keeping the ship steady. Weir wasn't your typical rhythm guitarist. He took his cues from avant-garde jazz pianists like McCoy Tyner, using chord inversions and unconventional time signatures that nobody else was doing. Jerry Garcia himself said, "I don't know anybody who plays the guitar the way he does." Where Garcia's songs were whimsical and wistful, Weir's were earthier, lustier, delivered in a baritone that brought raw energy to tracks like Truckin', The Music Never Stopped, and One More Saturday Night. And the live improvisation? Weir and Garcia had what Weir called sonic telepathy. They rarely played songs the same way twice. That's what made Dead shows legendary. Every night was different. Every night was an event. When Jerry Garcia died in 1995, many thought the Grateful Dead died with him. Garcia had struggled with addiction for years, retreating from the relentless touring that defined the band. He passed away at 53. But Bob Weir didn't stop. He kept the music alive through project after project. Rat Dog, Further, The Other Ones, The Dead. He collaborated with younger artists, always staying open, always evolving. And then, in 2015, he helped launch Dead & Company with John Mayer on lead guitar, introducing the Dead's music to an entirely new generation. By 2024, they were selling out residencies at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The band that started at acid tests in the 60s was now headlining the most technologically advanced venue on Earth. Bob Weir made that happen. What made Bob Weir special wasn't just his musicianship, it was his spirit. Musicians like Jerry Harrison from Talking Heads and Lee Ronaldo from Sonic Youth cite him as an influence. Aaron Dessner of The National said, "Weir remained completely in touch with the fresh wonder and wildness of Grateful Dead music. It never felt as if these songs had already been performed thousands of times." He honored the party he helped start in the 60s, but he never made latecomers feel like they'd missed all the fun. He was a musical elder statesman who never seemed old, still posting workout videos on Instagram, still touring, still jamming. Just last year, he was photographed with Taylor Swift at the Grammys, proof that his legacy transcended generations. Fans have been leaving flowers and tributes outside the Grateful Dead's old communal home at 710 Ashbury Street in San Francisco. For many, the Dead wasn't just a band, it was family. And Bob Weir, he was the one who kept that family together. Bob Weir was 78 years old. The music never stopped. And thanks to him, it never will. Rest easy, Bobby.